Back to Success and Money Live. Today we have with us Ryan Mesina, the man, the myth, the legend, the inspiring teacher, and he's back with another 7 habits of highly effective people. I don't know if this one is this number three? Habit number three, Ryan?
Four.
Four. We're already on four. So I'm going to send that over to Ryan, and we're looking forward to hear about the fourth habit of highly effective people.
Thanks, Ethan. Really appreciate the good words there. Okay. Um, I'd like to apologize to Tom that I need to infiltrate his office here. I know he's not here, so I'm just having my good time here in his office. And I must say that his seat is so soft. I like it. I would love to have this kind of a seat in my house right here. Wow, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. We're going to talk about the 7 habits of highly effective people of Stephen Covey. If you're wondering if this is in our site, it is. You just have to go to 3.3 in the website. You can see it there, and you can see the transcripts and the quizzes there. You can just check that so you can learn more about it. The 7 habits of highly effective people. We have habit number 1, be proactive. Number 2, begin with the end in mind. Number 3, put first things first. Number 4, think win-win. Habit number 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Habit number 6, synergize. And 7, sharpen the saw. So here's the visual framework of the book. The diagram shows a journey from dependence, independence, and interdependence. The dependence stage here is our pre-growth stage. And our effectiveness as a person, as an individual, is limited because we haven't yet developed personal responsibility. But it is important because it's the baseline from which our growth begins. It talks about, it actually refers to being um, not effective, truly effective with others until we are effective with ourselves. Um, in order for us to gain private victory, we have to master the first 3 habits here. We have habit number 1. We talked about this, be proactive. Highly proactive people don't just sit around, wait for things to happen, but they go out, do something to make things happen. And habit number 2, to begin with the end in mind, means to start with a clear understanding of our destination. We should know what we want because that is the first step in getting it. And habit number 3, put first things first. This is the personal fruit, the practical fulfillment, the actualization of habit number 1 and habit number 2. Habit number 3 is the time management habit. It means to put those things first, which are more important. And the activities that matter most should never be left to the mercy of activities that matter least. As you master these 3 habits right here, congratulations, you are gaining private victory. You are winning. So that moves you from being dependent to being independent. And as you master those 3 habits, you are now ready to move from being independent, from independence to interdependence. Now, we want to have public victory here, and that there's a prerequisite. We have to master habit number 4, 5, and 6. And in this segment, we're going to talk about habit number 4, think win-win. So that's the visual framework of the book itself. We're not going to be discussing all habits here, but we'll just be talking about one habit per session. And tonight we're going to talk about habit. It should be number 4. Habit number 4, think win-win. So think win-win is based on the abundance mentality and not scarcity mentality. In other words, it teaches us that there is plenty for everybody. It seeks mutual benefit for everyone, and all people involved in this habit or win-win interactions are all winners. That's why it's win-win. In short, no one has any reason for resentment. And think win-win is neither your way nor my way. In fact, it is a better way, a higher way. We're not going to be doing my way. We're not going to be doing your way, but we'll be doing something, a better way, a higher way that will benefit you and that will benefit me. Habit number four is a frame of mind and heart that constantly seeks mutual benefits in all humans. And it means that agreements or solutions are mutually beneficial. They're mutually satisfying. In other words, all parties feel good about the decision and feel committed to the action plan. Could be in your work, could be in your community, or even your own family. Your, husband and wife, or a mother-daughter relationship, a father-daughter relationship. In short, parents-children relationship. So everyone would be benefiting. It has something to do with every aspect of our lives as well. And habit number four, I think win-win teaches us to see life as a cooperative and not a competitive arena. Um, Sometimes, or most of the time, we tend to think in terms of dichotomies. And dichotomies are such as a strong or weak, hardball or softball, win or lose. We always think in terms of dichotomies. And don't get me wrong, these exist, they're real. And guess what? We have had enough of them. Now, we'd like to have an abundance mentality instead of having a scarcity mentality here. So, abundance mentality means that there is plenty for all. In terms of financial success is not achieved at the expense of the success of others. So you and I will be benefiting from the decisions that we're going to do, the agreements that we're going to have, the negotiations and transactions and everything. Tom Painter just mentioned earlier that life is a game and games are fun. Life is a game where people win and some win big. And we win big time if we leave out the habit for think win-win. And one of the things that I'd like to highlight in this habit is uh, the principle of maturity. Stephen Covey taught that maturity is the balance between courage and consideration. It is the ability to express one's own feelings and convictions balanced with consideration for the thoughts and feelings of others. So you express your needs, your values, and your goals clearly. You are proactive now, and you are beginning with the end in mind already, and you are putting first things first already. You're doing all those things confidently, and you are courageous on doing that. And at the same time, you're being considerate. You listen empathically, you honor others' perspectives, and you always seek mutual benefit. So your maturity, in terms of maturity, you don't dominate or neither surrender, but you collaborate with other people. That's why this is a prerequisite in gaining private victory. To uh, to explain it further, I'd like you to see this what I call a chart right here. And we have the consideration, the low and high consideration, and we also have the low and high courage. Now, high on consideration, let's have this first. If you are high on consideration right here, but you are low on courage, it means that you are going to think lose win. Okay, so again, if you are high on consideration and low on courage, you are going to think lose win. And it means that you are considerate of your considerate of your the convictions and desires um, I'm sorry, it's a you're going to think a lose win, meaning to say that you are going to have you don't have any demands, you don't have any vision, and no expectations at all. Because lose win people are they're quick to appease and they're always ready to give in. Okay. Now, say you have a high courage here, but low consideration. So if you have a high courage and yet you have low consideration, you're going to think win-lose. It means that you will be considerate of your own conviction, right? But you won't be considerate of uh, the other people's conviction. So I'll be considerate of my convictions, but I won't be considerate of yours. It means that I win in all transactions and negotiations and solutions and even arguments while you lose. In other words, I get my way, but you don't get yours. So that paradigm right there, the win-lose mentality, is deeply rooted in a scarcity mentality. Now, when win-lose people get together, that is when the two determined and stubborn and ego-invested individuals interact, the result will be lose-lose because they want to get even. They'd rather get the other person experience misfortune, and the other person has the same thought. So no one wins, but it's going to result to lose-lose. Now, we talked about the dichotomies earlier. People think when you're nice, when you're humble, uh, you're weak, you're not tough. That's an example of the dichotomy. But to go for win-win mentality, you only have to be you have to be nice, and you not only have to be nice, but you have to be courageous as well. And having the win-win mentality is nice, and at the same time, it's tough. So to go for a win-win, as I said, you not only have to be nice, you have to be courageous as well. You not only have to be emphatic, but you have to be confident as well. And you not only have to be considerate and sensitive, but at the same time, you have to be brave as well. And to do that, to achieve the balance between courage and consideration that I mentioned earlier, you have to achieve that. That's the essence. That's the real essence of a real maturity, and that's a fundamental to win-win. And you know, personally, in my experience, uh, there I can say that there is no other person that I know who lead out this habit, which is a think win-win, other than the founder of this foundation, which is Tom Painter. Um, you see, he built a foundation that we're having right now, and you know, he's just thinking win-win here. If we study, um, if we do the things that are being taught here, we gain rewards. And if we invite our friends, if we invite our families to join the foundation, if we share our link, or if we send our personalized QR code to them, we get a reward. And what is it for Tom Painter? Well, he actually, frankly, doesn't earn from this. Um, but that's just his mission in life. He gets joy. Uh, he experienced joy when people do the things that he is teaching here. So it's a win-win situation. Um, he built this foundation. He is going to teach students who will enroll in this foundation, and then he is going to be the one to give rewards or money. And I think that's just crazy. Who would do that? And that's just for me huge. And that's really uh, a manifestation or of living this habit right here. And you know, his mission, the purpose of foundation becomes our purpose as well to help you, your family, and friends to have a better life. So we agreed to that purpose. It becomes our purpose as well as we join the foundation. And guess what? As we invite others to join the foundation, we also get a reward. So there's no win-lose here. There's no lose-win here. There's no lose-lose here. Everything is about win-win. So the goal of the foundation right now is to reach 100,000 students. And the purpose of foundation, the purpose of the founder is your purpose as well. It's your mission as well. So you ask yourself, what are the things that you're gonna do to participate, to actually achieve that goal? And guess what? As you participate, as you help to achieve that goal, you also get something for yourself. So that's a win-win right there. So an invitation, habit number 4, think win-win. Think about an upcoming interaction wherein you will be attempting to reach an agreement or negotiate a solution, and commit to maintain a balance between courage and consideration. And I also invite you to identify 2 or 3 key relationships where you would like to develop a win-win agreement. And lastly, I'd like you to try to identify a model of win-win thinking who, even in tough times, really seeks mutual benefit. And I invite you to do the same. That is the first habit in order for us to gain a public victory. We're going to talk more about habit number 5, habit number 6, and habit number 7 in the coming days. And I hope you will enjoy these habits and you incorporate them in your individual lives. Make a difference, make it happen. Remember that every life